in positions, everyone. Camera 1 into effect. 2-second pre-roll. Camera 1, track left. Oh, good luck. Watch your focus, fellas. We're on the air.
Kids wanna know. Kids wanna know. Kids wanna know.
Now that we've been spaced at Space Camp, it's time to get back down to Earth. Kids Wanna Know got a great letter. It's simple, but it's interesting. How does milk get inside the cow? Well, we came right to the source to find out.
Although you may not believe me, milk does not come directly from the grocery store. And Case Van Stein of the Van Stein Dairy knows if you want something good to come out of the cow, you've got to put something good in it.
What they eat and the quality of their food and the way they're taken care of directly relates to their milk production. So if you want a cow to have top milk production, she needs to be, everything has to be perfect.
And what they eat may sound gross to you and me, but it's like ice cream and cookies to them. Things like alfalfa hay and a beer product which has barley and hops in it. Silage which comes from corn including pieces of grain and stalk. Whole cotton seed, dried sugar beet pulp, and corn hominy which can't be digested by most animals, but through a process called chewing your cud, cows can.
When cows have access to food, they eat as much as possible and fill their stomach and get comfortable and drink water and then go lie down. And while they're lying down, their stomach's in the process of digesting this food. They have a forced stomach system. And part of this activity is that cows regurgitate their food, actually burp some of it up, and re-chew it while they're lying down and resting. And then continue chewing it and swallow it back down, and the rest of their forced stomach system digests the rest of it and goes through the system, and they take all the nutrition out of it they need.
A big truck mixes and passes out portions of this food to the cows so they get the same amount and at the end of the day feel
happy, fat, and content.
Which is the way we all should be.
I bet Case can explain how this food changes into milk.
This is a Holstein dairy cow. And as you can see, she's eating some grain right now. And when she eats the grain, she chews it up a little bit, swallows it. It goes down her esophagus, down to her stomach. And in this area here, a dairy cow has 4 stomachs. And the food goes into the first stomach where she fills herself up until she's comfortable. And then later on, she will lie down and she will regurgitate, cough up some of that food out of the first stomach, re-chew it, which means chewing her cud. And that means all the way back up to here. And then it comes back down, goes through the stomach system, maintains her body and condition, also is nutrition for making milk. And the milk area is down here. And when the cow gives milk, she has 4 teats that when she's milked, we attach a milking machine to these teats, and she produces milk.
And of course, I had to try my hand at milking a cow.
You have to close off the top so the milk can't go back up, and then squeeze the bottom. You see how I'm doing it? Otherwise, the milk will go back up. So you close with your finger the top, and then use the second finger to squeeze, and it gets the milk out.
Hey, how about a little milk here? Come on. Think Old Faithful. Yeah, that's better.
Hey, you want some 2% or low fat?
Next, we head to the milking area, where cows can hardly wait for their turn.
Can you get that leaking down there? They got a slow leak working down there right now. That means that she wants to give milk real bad, I guess.
First, they have to be cleaned and sanitized. If you don't, it can be utter disaster. You knew that joke was coming, didn't you? Yeah, I just needed to get it out of the way.
And now she's ready to attach the milking machine. So we're going to make sure that everything's working properly out of all 4 quarters, and then we're going to attach the milking machine. And we get the milking machine in place and attach one at a time. Attach the teat cups to the cow's teats. There's a vacuum that attaches it and a pulsating of a rubber liner inside here that massages the teat with a vacuum and allows the milk to flow into the claw, which is this part's the claw, and then down through the hose and into the milking system. The totally enclosed system that is then delivered by a pump to a stainless steel milk tank.
It takes about 10 minutes to milk each cow, and they give around 8 gallons a day, every day, so you can understand why they're happy after it's done. They have a feeling of relief after the milk is gone, so now they can go back to their eating and relaxing and load up for the next day.
When the cows are being milked, the milk comes into this room, which is called the milk house, comes in through this pipe, and then comes through the filter, and then it goes through the cooling equipment, which is here, and then travels up this pipe and follows this pipe down and drops down into this milk tank.
These tanks cool the milk to 37 degrees to keep any organisms from growing and spoiling the milk. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, just smell your milk carton a month after its expiration date. Yuck. I'm sure these cows are proud that their milk is turned into things like ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, and butter. You may ask yourself, what about the little calves? What do they get to drink? Well, don't worry. They get mom's milk for the first 2 days, then they get fed by a bottle. Or if there happens to be an extra pair of fingers handy, they'll even try to drink from them. Oh my, that's a special feeling. And it was a special day at the dairy for me. And if you're interested in knowing more about cows or farm animals, you can call the California Farm Bureau and ask them about the Ag in the Classroom program. You could find yourself face to face with old Bessie.
Do you know what the Discovery Museum is? Don't even move, or you'll miss out on the fun.